is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Someone asked me to do a sermon. Well, I don't do sermons. I read from the Bible. I interpret a little, but I am not a preacher. But they asked me to do a sermon on tithing. So, tithing is rather complicated, and it's not what most preachers tell you it is. So we're going to journey through the Old Testament first, and I'm going to start a series Saturday late afternoon about tithing and giving to God. What is God's? So we're in Genesis chapter 4. When they grew up, meeting Cain and Abel, Abel became a shepherd while Cain cultivated the ground. When it came time for harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as gifts to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best portions of the firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but he did not accept Cain and his gift. This made Cain very angry, and he looked dejected. "Why are you so angry?" the Lord asked Cain. "Why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you do what is right. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you, but you must subdue it and be its master." Wow, what a lesson in life we have here in Genesis 4, verse 2 to verse 7. I particularly like the part where it says, God says to Cain, don't let your sin control you. You control it. That's very powerful and rings very true. It's universal truth that we are to manage ourselves and not being managed by our circumstances. But prior to that, Cain made an offering from an agricultural crop. And then later in the Bible, people are making sacrifices of olive and corn and oil and honey, non-blood sacrifices. They're still making blood sacrifices, but the offerings and the tithings from agricultural crops are being used to support the church. This was before there was a church. There was a direct worship between man and God, or Yahweh. And sacrifices were made on the altar by individuals. And a blood sacrifice was necessary to atone for sins. The sacrifices and offerings that came later that were part of agricultural crops were to support the priests, the Levites. So when you go to church and you make a tithe today, that tithe is to support the church. And then you're supposed to work as a member of the church to see that that tithe is spent to support the pastor, preacher, priest, whatever your denomination calls your religious leader. And it also is to do things in the church like have events. Oh, wait a minute. There's another passage that says that offering to have festivals and ceremonies and religious events, that's a different offering. And there's alms to the poor. That's different from your tithe. But there's going to be good news about the tithe in the next session of my series about giving to God what is God's. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.